We are happy again to be hosted by Madam Elizabeth Kitonga.
Yes.
At her farm here in Nakuru, Umoja 2. Funny enough, she is, I don't say her profession, she will tell us herself. She wants to tell us her story, how she started and up to where she is, just to motivate you as a youth and as a lady. Welcome to our show.
Hello everyone, my name is Elizabeth Kitonga. I am a teacher by profession, and I want to just give you a short story about how I started poultry farming. Actually, it's a very good business. As so many of you might think, how do I manage work and poultry farming? It is very simple. So long as you like it with your heart, you have some skills on how to take care of this poultry, you can make it. My friends, some youth have completed their studies and you are yet at home looking for white-collar jobs. Start with this and I'm telling you, you are going far. You can make it, you can get what you want, you can make the person you want. Though we say everything has a challenge, because I have to go to work very early in the morning and I have to feed them. So I just manage on my time. Time is everything. In every work, even if you are a farmer, you are a doctor, you have to work on time. So I just wake up very early in the morning, I feed my poultry, I just give them water, then I go to school. By 6 or 6:30 I will be at work. So it is that simple. Why did I choose to start this business? You know, you cannot rely on one source of income. There are so many things are waiting for you to do. You also want to grow economically. So I thought of side hustle of poultry farming is very simple. Poultry is not like cattle farming or cows. You take them outside, they look for food, then you have to bring them home. You need to feed them, you look for food, you give them water, you clean their place, and that is all. Very simple. Then you can just come later if they are at the stage of laying, you collect your eggs. At that time you have already looked for the ready market, you sell your byproduct, then you manage to buy food for your poultry. So it is that simple. So don't say you are very busy, you are employed by the government. You need to have side hustle of this work. And the poultry farming is one of them. Very simple, you don't need to go to school to learn how you keep your poultry. You just need to know some skills. Basic skills on how to keep them. Then from there you are going to work, you are going to succeed. This was my first round and I've seen the way it was. I hope now I will be better than the way I started. That is my wish. I will be better and I will do it better than the way I've done this one. Nimjaribu tu kuanzia na nimeona nimefikia mahali. And there are so many challenges. Don't worry. Benefits are more than challenges. So feel encouraged and look for more skills. There are people who can train you very well on how to do it. There are others who motivate you on the same. I was motivated by my dear mother and she told me just start with 500. It was my first time. I could not imagine working and doing this. But for sure God is faithful. I've seen the way they have helped me. So be encouraged today. Start with even 150, 1,000 according to the way you can feed them or according to the capital you have. And my friend, you will make it. Those people who have nothing to do for now, or they are discouraged because now you are not working, you are employed, now you are fired, you are at home. It is very simple. If you cannot make it alone, you can just look for few friends, like 4 or 5. For example, youth. And because you have all the time with your poultry, I'm sure you are going to get the best from them. You encourage one another, look for little capital, then you put it together, buy these chicks, then you get skills as you work on them, and you will prosper. Hata hamtarudi kwa hizo kazi tena, you will be the best in the country. Nilikuwa na that desire ya kuanza kuwa na kuku, but sijaifikiria how I can do it. So I talked with my mother, with some of my colleagues who had already started the business, wakani encourage na nikachukua step ya kujengea nyumba. From there nikaongea na my brother-in-law, it's an expert in that field. Akaniambia ninunue nisiwe na shida, atanibrudia for 1 month, then I will take them when they are already, wako wakubwa, ninaweza manage from there. That is where I started. Main challenge is cannibalism, feeding on one another. That one is really a challenge because sometimes you find they have died 3 per day, 2 per day, you give them medicine, they are still doing it. You debake them, they are still doing it. Another one is egg eating. You find that they have laid, now wameanza kufeed on those eggs. I usually take the product to the market, but that one depends on the way you talk with your buyer. You agree either the buyer to come or you take them. So we agreed I will be taking them because it's not very far from here and I'm comfortable with that. So I usually take them once per week. When I started selling the eggs, they were buying at 260 per tray. They were buying at 260 per tray. Actually, it was not so bad. I could buy food and still I could go home with around 2 or 3K. So I cannot say it was bad. Then it came a time when they were buying at 300 per tray. That was so nice. You could have walked home comfortably with 7K or above. After purchasing food for a whole week, you can go home with 7K or even more. So when they were buying at 300. When it came to this time of pandemic, things changed. So the market went down. We are now selling at 270. So we were discouraged. We never liked the business, but we are still working on it. We are moving on because they can manage to buy their food, but you come home with nothing. When they export eggs from other countries like Uganda, they really disadvantage our farmers here at home. Because, like, for example, I feed my poultry using unga, and it is very expensive. I've never changed since day one. Others, they use the other feeds which are very cheap. So you find that you are competing with them. Though they are making profit, you are not making anything. And your chicken are healthy, they produce big eggs, and nobody will recognize that sometimes. So this flooding of the market is a very, very big challenge to the farmers. If they could stop that, we could get market in our country, and the business could be so good. What I can request for those who are producing this product to improve, one is on these feeds. Like unga, they are changing food anytime. This time they are using Gano wheat. Next week you get them, they are using maize. So you see that changing food anyhow will affect the production of the poultry. So it is good, even when they are producing food, they should look at the nutrients content and even the mineral content that they should give this poultry. Because I understand for them to feed on one another, they must be lacking something. Their food is lacking some elements or some nutrients. So it is good to look at the food they are producing, and they look at the contents they are putting, so that can be in the right content. Then the other one is about the market. They should also work on market for the farmers. Some farm, but they have no market to take their produce. So when you lack market and you need money, you are disappointed and you stop being a poultry farmer. So market is another deal. They should look for market, and this is discouraging importing this byproduct from other countries. Let's deal with the products in our country. The government can give us soft loans, or they even help farmers. They can buy for you. You can be given on loan. If there are youth groups, they can give them 1,000 chicks, or even 5 or even 100 for a start. Then after they make profit, they start paying just little by little. But government should have this organization to help them, give feeders, give everything to them, and they will have easy time to work on their poultry. And I'm sure they will make it, minus all those many expenses. I want to appreciate my mother so much. Virginia Nampaso. She has been my mentor. She is the one who encouraged me to start this business. We were teaching in the one staff. Now she has retired. And she kept on encouraging me. Just do it, have side hustle. Don't depend on government. Sometimes they might fail you. Sometimes you might even think of doing something better than the one you are doing. So I want to thank my mom so much. She encouraged me, and every day she used to ask me how I'm doing it, and I'm happy for her. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Finally, just want you to do for us one favor.